It looked like something out of the Cold War, and rarely since then has a delivery meant so much potentially for East-West relations. America's ambassador in Moscow carrying his government's written response to Russia's demands over security in Europe and Ukraine. While in Washington, America's chief diplomat spelled out what was in the letter.
Our actions over the past week have sharpened the choice facing Russia now. We've laid out a diplomatic path. We've lined up steep consequences should Russia choose further aggression. Now we'll continue to press forward and prepare. It remains up to Russia to decide how to respond. We're ready either way.
The letter follows more diplomacy today. French, German, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators meeting in Paris. In the Ukrainian capital, life trundles on somewhere between humdrum normality and looming conflict.
Шановні громадяни України.
The message from Ukraine's president to his people this week: don't panic, invasion's not imminent. But in a cold and drafty Kiev market, they didn't seem that convinced.
Ми всі переживаємо, тому що всі хочуть миру. У нас є діти, внуки, ми не хочемо, щоб була війна. Ну ми ж не панікуємо, поки, я ж вам казала, вже танки не в'їдуть у Київ.
In a cafe owned by veteran-turned-baker Roman Nabozhniak, he told me he stopped listening to the politicians.
Everyone is here on a mission.
Preparing with his reserve unit instead for the moment Russia invades.
We even decided to make the rehearsal of what smaller streets we use to get out of the city.
Even though your government says an invasion is not imminent?
As I mentioned, I do not follow the guidance of the government. I do follow the guidance of my military commanders.
While Ukrainians are being told to keep calm and carry on, events away from here are hardly reassuring. Russia is threatening swift retaliatory action if its demands are not met by the West. If invasion isn't imminent, there's a lot of Russian heavy armour on the move. Waiting for them if they cross over into Ukraine, British-supplied anti-tank missiles. Ukrainians have released pictures of British soldiers instructing their use. But will that be enough to stop a Russian invasion? Not if you listen to this former Prime Minister of Ukraine.
What we need out of the West, we need the shipment of lethal defensive weapon. This would bolster Ukrainian defense system, anti-aircraft systems, anti-missile systems, electronic warfare. That's what is needed.
There is a disconnect between Western efforts to meet Russian demands and the military build-up, a constant stream of pictures of Russia's war machine. Unless diplomacy can prevail, the region still seems on course for conflict. Dominic Waghorn, Sky News, Kiev.